Yeah! Ow! Yeah, we back at you. So we're gonna say, we're gonna give love to the one, the source, the all, the most highs, all the other messages that came before me. I love y'all. Everybody that comes, does this from the bottom of their heart, is trying to reach people. I gotta give all respect, all shots out to you. You know who you are. Alright. The name of this one is 2020. Well, no, we're going to call it 2018. We're going to call this 2018 Coming Catastrophies, Cataclysms, and Climate Change and Heat Index. Before we talk about that, first off, what we're going to do is, you see I got these sunglasses on? Well, they say you're not supposed to wear sunglasses because the sun gives you vitamin D, and you get vitamin D from the sun through your eyelashes, through your retinas. I mean, not your retinas, through your pupils. You get it through the palm of your hand. You can get it through your belly button, not just your skin, but those are main parts to get it. So it is, if you are between the hours of like 6 and 7 when the sun's first rising, you should be looking right into the sun if you got the chance to do it. Or when it's first setting, you should be looking into the sun, right, if you got that chance to do that. But here's the deal. If I'm indoors, what kind of sun am I getting if I got my glasses on? And then on top of that, all the people who tell you that they never wrong. I'm not sending no shade. I'm not throwing no shade. I'm not doing no disrespect here. I'm just saying people always trying to, I'm going to take them off for you. Look right in the camera. Everybody who say that they never wrong and they always right. Well, let me tell you something. Check out this. The heat index, it's been so damn hot that if you've been out there without protecting your eyes from some sun, you are damaging your eyes if you're out there working in that sun. And they're telling you not to wear sunglasses. You a damn fool. If that, you better check that heat index. Don't listen to what everybody say now. You a damn fool. And you heard it from me first. Yafa Bay, Nahum. I mean, not Yafa Bay. I'm tripping. I'm just amped up. I guess I need to give sis a call. But Nahum Juba Bay. I'm telling you, you better check that heat index. Because if you go out there in that sun and that heat index is turned all the way up. You know that song? All the way up. If that heat index is turned all the way up, guess what? Protective clothes ain't even really gonna help you, and eye protection is not really gonna help you because the heat index has been so high. But I know for a fact, if you don't have, when that heat index is up, I don't know what it's supposed to be. Sometimes sometimes it's done hit 14 or 13 or something, and that's astronomical. It's done been hitting that in the last year or this last summer, and that means that nothing you do can protect you. But I know that if you got on some sunglasses and that heat index is up like that and you're out driving, do you know when you're driving down the street and that sun glare is so strong that it's hurting your eyes, you can't see through that? Nah, I'm just gonna it's so bright it's gonna give me a headache. Or when you go to the beach and that sun's so bright and it's so white, you get a headache. You can't. No, that's not right. That's outside of nature. That is not balanced. Maybe the sun's too hot. Maybe it's a second sun coming. I don't know. But I know that there's exceptions to every rule. So you supposed to be walking around 24/7 with some damn sunglasses on, indoors, outdoors, looking like a damn fool? No. But for certain circumstances, yes. If people tell you not to wear sunglasses, I'm telling you, there is exceptions to every rule. Everything with moderation. They tell you don't drink. I'm telling you don't drink. You know? But if you got some homemade organic wine and you're drinking it and you're not getting drunk, I don't see anything wrong with that. Me myself personally, but I'm not God, and I'm not gonna make a video saying that I am God and then turn around and tell you that you're not. We are children of the Most High. We are not God. The spirit of the Most High, or the spirit of some other some godlike forces can use a man, but that man is not God. Because when I talk about God, I'm talking about like not the Most Highs, not the Creator gods. I'm talking about the Source, the One, the All. That is not female or male. That's just power. That's female and male. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. Straighten my back up. All right, so we're gonna talk about the coming cataclysms and the 2012 or 2012 season that we're in, and the 2018 and the heat index. All right, the heat index, like I just mentioned before, it's been hitting like 14, 15. That's way so hot. That's so hot. That's hotter than the devil's den, baby. So, I mean, and then the climate has been changing. Yes, we know this. And then the coming catastrophes and the coming cataclysms. Why in the hell is everybody worried about this? You people are so freaking dumb. I'm not trying to be smart. What are you doing? Excuse me. What are you doing? Are you building a 200-foot subterranean village that has organic sunlight coming through it and fresh water coming from aqueducts or whatever, and got livestock and animals and seeds that you've saved that's cross-pollinated? Are you on a some kind of scientific procedure? Have you already done the hypothesis on this experiment? I mean, who are you to worry about something like that? And let me tell you another thing. I know you just think I'm just up here talking. Yeah, he a big talker. Talk is cheap. But let me tell you something. Guess what? Have you survived a cataclysm before? I haven't. Maybe I have back. I remember one of my past lives, and a volcano was erupting. And I know I was with a queen. This is a past life now. And I was with a queen, and a volcano was erupting. And here she was, trying to grab her little knickknacks and her little nice things. Maybe they was expensive back then or whatever. But here she was trying to grab that little stuff like that while a volcano was erupting. So I had to end up and telling her to come. So I had to grab her and pick her up and carry her. And the volcano had already erupted, and the lava's around us, and we're getting away from it. But you know, lava's so hot that if you're just standing by it, when it's passing by, if you're within that little zone, and my legs got all burnt up, even though I never got touched from it. I just remember that from a past life. So, but the coming stuff that's coming to this planet, why are you worried? I'm on a different vibe. I'm on a different vibration. People that's worried about trying to prepare themselves and doomsday's preppers and doing all this crazy stuff. Why do you want to survive a coming cataclysm? You are trapped behind the 9-ball. Have you watched The Big Head Scientist? Or have you watched any of the story of Jacob? You watch all the stuff that you watch all these different videos, and you do all this studying, and you break down the Bible, Biblio-Helios, and all this stuff. But the bottom line is, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, or present with the Most High. And everybody's telling you to get lighter, eat lighter, start letting go of everything. But I want to incarnate back to a physical incarnation in this realm, in this galaxy, in this Milky Way galaxy. I don't know what they got planned for you. I really don't. All I know is I was sitting back trying to figure out what I never got. You know, you put a lot of work in, and you know your heart is pure, and you know the Most Highs are talking to you, and you never get that stamp of endorsement. You never get that endorsement stamp. You know, you never get nobody to ride with you, and you know you take care of different stuff. You send different fiat here in different places, and people say, "Oh, you're gonna straighten you out." They never straighten you out. But my thing is, I figure out on my own that nobody wants to hear this message that I got, because everybody is trying to get you right now. The people are trying to mold you and cultivate you, because they know there's going to be a time when whatever you're thinking in your mind, you're going to manifest that. And if I can get you to think about some place or some new earth or something, you're going to think that you really went somewhere, or you're going to think that you're in heaven or whatever, because that's what your mind is not. You are not training your mind for these coming cataclysms and all that. You're trying to survive them. Do you know what that's going to be like with no water, and how these savage maniacs is? The ones that, it's going to be some of them that was actually halfway prepared for it. So they're going to have the guns, they're going to have the food, they're going to be trying to hoard people, try to eat people, trying to have sexual slaves, all this stuff. But basically everything that's going on the planet right now, multiply that times 1,000,000. That's what's going to be happening after the coming cataclysm, and there's no government. The government halfway tries to regulate stuff and tries to put a stamp on stuff and tries to keep you from just getting totally, even though the government is we'll say, corrupt or whatever, and has been overtaken with a democracy or demons gone crazy or whatever you want to call it. I mean, but 9 times out of 10, most people aren't hood or street enough to where if something happens, most people's gonna call the police. And 9 times out of 10, a cop is gonna come. It might be the bad neighborhood. It might take forever. Like when I got shot, I sat there and bled out. It wasn't coming out. It was right, maybe 2 miles, 3 miles away from the hospital. There's another nigga shot in the projects, Austin Holmes, Nelson Circle, NCG. And just another nigga shot, just died out. It was dying out right there. They laid me on my back. I was bleeding out. And my best friend's mom, I think it was Carol, and my best friend Willie B, his mom picked me up. And I told him they laid me on my back, and I smacked somebody and told him to set me up because I was dying. I could feel my soul leaving. I couldn't breathe. I was choking out, and they set me up. But make a long story short, forget all that. I'm talking about these coming cataclysms. Why are you worried about them? They are fear-mongering you. You're manifesting that. This heat index and this climate change and all that, you are worried about that, and that people are getting all these views and people are watching all that stuff, but somebody like me comes along and tells you don't even worry about that. Don't worry about it. Even all the best gurus and all your best so-called prophets, they tell you to detach from all of this stuff, but in the end, they still telling you about these cataclysms, and you need to be prepared, walking around with some kind of bag with matches in it and all this and all that. I'm not. If you hear when all that stuff happened, because I was taught that a city would be spared for one righteous person. So if a city would be spared for one righteous person, that whole city would be spared. That means that if the righteous will be called up, it's not going. That cup is going to pass over them. If you're doing right now, if you're suffering through right now and doing the things right now, in the end, you'll be last laughing. That's my trademark. Copyrighted that. I'm last laughing. In the end, you'll be last laughing. Let them have their fun. Let them have all their money. You pay all your bills. Live whatever. Just survive and get through. But get yourself out of a system to where your mind is different. A coming cataclysm or a coming earthquakes or volcanoes or tsunamis, good. So what? If you're living right, then you're going to leave the body and you'll be present with the Most High, and you can go incarnate somewhere else and your soul mission will be over. But if your mind is wrong and you got too much bad karma, these coming cataclysms is going to be bad for you, because the worst thing you could want to do is survive here and be somebody's slave, or be trying to somewhere with your kids, living in a cave somewhere or something. I mean, actually think about what you're trying to survive. Actually think about what you're trying to prep for. After all this crazy stuff, or pole shift or whatever, some crazy stuff happened on the planet, all this water gets displaced and everything is in chaotic order, you want to be somewhere with your gun trying to kill zombies. And I'm done. 13 love.